You're watching Adventure Sean, and welcome to my next video from my January 2019 trip here to New York. Now, when I was looking at everything that I wanted to see on this trip, the High Line was one of those things that just had to be done. It's so highly rated by people. We're going to get some fantastic views on this walkway that actually opened in 2009, and it's built on a disused railway line. But more about that in a second. There's a history board just over there that we'll look at. Firstly, whereabouts is it? I'm not getting on a megabus, but here it is. Let's have a look at the location of where the walkway takes us. So I've spun you around just here. Here we can see the High Line logo at the top. And I'm actually at the top just there now, just on West 34th Street, right at the top left. And I'm going to be making my way all the way down. And you can see how long this walkway is. It's going to take us through all these different blocks just here. Of course, there's different access points all the way along where you've got the steps just there. That one's obviously closed at the moment, but that doesn't matter because I'm starting here and I'm going to go all the way down to the end just here. So yeah, it's going to be great. I can't believe that they've transformed an old railway line into this, to be honest. I think that's fantastic. Now it has got different opening times and stuff, so you're best checking out the website for this one. But yeah, there it is. There's the path that we're going to be walking up in just a second, and it does like a big archway round before you get onto the main path, which I assume is taking us in that direction somewhere, but we'll soon find out. I don't know, I've never done it before. Here's a little look at it then, just there, sort of when the railway closed and before the path was put in. It's quite a sad photo, isn't it? Seeing it all overgrown and everything. And here you can see the Empire State Building in the background there, with trains still running along the tracks. Horses down here. In the 1980s, as we can see, nature really took over after the closure of the railway line. 1999, some people campaigns for it to stay up because it was going to be demolished, so that's quite interesting. 2002, a partnership with the city, so everything's starting to come together now to preserve it and turn it into something. And of course, down here, 2009 to 2014, it opened in various different sections, and Hudson Yards, which is all these buildings just here, are the ones that we can see over here. But yeah, let's go for it, shall we? Let's start the walk up this path, and of course I'm going to share all the highlights along the way. I think we're going to get some fantastic views across some of the buildings, over towards the river, and yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. Let's go for a walk, and I don't really know what to expect. I think it'll be great, this one. Oh, this is right up my street already, especially with my passion for trains. I'm actually walking right down the train track just here now, and you can see how they've filled it in with all the concrete. But yeah, look at this. You actually see the sleepers underneath here as well. Just make them out there through the stones. How fascinating is this? Brilliant. I thought the track might have been ripped up, but obviously not. They've kept that as well. I sort of thought we'd just be walking along the structure, and it was sort of where it used to be, like these were all the bridges and everything that it would go over. Didn't realise that the track would still be standing. That's fascinating. I think we've got a bit of a blockage on the line just here. Got this tree growing up through the track. Loving this. Obviously we can see both tracks now, the one here where the walkway is, and the other one on that side that's also been left, and we can see that a lot more. Yeah, this is great. And I'm only like 5 minutes round so far. Brilliant. From pictures and stuff that I've seen and reviews that people have read, looks like the walk itself probably takes about 30 to 40 minutes if you're having a stroll and maybe stop off in a couple of places. Obviously, you know, it takes as long as you want to, doesn't it, something like this, as long as you want it to be. But yeah, this is great. Looking at all the trains down there, all them carriages, look at that. I've just noticed this structure over here. Is it an observation point, or I don't know what it is. Looks like loads of steps. It is loads of steps. Look at that. Fascinating architecture. Doesn't look like it's open yet, because there's still a lot of work going on around there. But yeah, it looks like that's going to be somewhere where you can walk up. Maybe it's for all these office staff in these buildings. I'm not too sure. But yeah, this is sort of completing the loop. Obviously we started just over there, somewhere about there, and then we've come all the way around here now, and then it's going to make a right and start heading down through all these buildings. Lots of benches to sit down on around here as well, and there's some really nice planting and like design as we go around it, it seems. So yeah, I'm glad they've left this like this though. I just wasn't expecting the track to still be here. It must have been in the photos that I saw, but maybe I just wasn't paying much attention to the floor. I was too busy looking up at all the buildings. You do that a lot when you're in New York, to be honest. You're distracted by all of these buildings that you forget to look down sometimes. Don't look down. What's that from? This probably explains why I didn't see the train tracks in the pictures. The tracks seem to stop just there, and then we've got these big gates here. What look like this is the main sort of entrance to it, and then of course you've got all the floor that's blocked in here now and all the glass down the sides. Yeah, these are the photos that I saw of it. I'm really glad that they've left all that area with the train track down there. But yeah, this is all obviously continuing where the tracks used to be. And this is another access point that we've just walked past there as well. So yeah, these are the photos that I've saw. So yeah, you definitely want to make sure that you're starting, well, as long as you're walking the whole thing, you're fine. But I'd probably recommend starting at that end so you get to see what you would have been walking on, you know, where the tracks were, sort of thing. Even though that's just a big loop what I've done. This is really nice. Yeah, this is exactly what I saw. Loads of benches down the sides, really nice planting. Probably looks better if you come during the summer, this. But of course there's pros and cons to coming in the summer. The beauty of coming in the winter to New York City is that it's a lot cooler. You're not muggy when you're on the subway and walking around. Oh, this is brilliant, really like this. A lot of construction work going on the left side here, so it's blocked off a little bit. But yeah, we're going into the heart of the buildings now, and we'll be taking a right and walking down that way. You saw there another shot of some more of the track. And it looks like it's having an expansion just here as well. As you can see, the workmen laying all bricks in between the track. So yeah, it looks like it's going to be expanded along where that other bridge is there by the looks of it, which is great to see. Really nicely landscaped around here, and of course all the trees and the grass all through the centre of the city, which is great because obviously with New York, in some areas there isn't much green space, if any green space. So yeah, this is, oh, I love this to bits. It's like, oh, it's like I know the track was there first, but it's like the track's just ripped up through all of this. It's got such a good feel to it. Brilliant. But yeah, all the photos that I saw, I didn't see any of the track. People were just taking pictures of the benches and stuff, whereas the track for me is a massive highlight. I love that. Honk, honk, honk. So this is our first piece of art to see along the High Line. Of course, we've got a teepee just there. And there's quite a few of them actually. I can see another 4 down here in the distance. And you can see the main straight run now. It's pretty much a straight line. Yeah, there's a few curves in it, but not much. It's more or less straight down now. Obviously, if you didn't want to do that first bit, you can join it at one of the other points or walk it the other way. It's entirely up to you. I mean, I'm making my way down towards the Statue of Liberty, down towards Battery Park, where I'm going to actually be getting a ferry over, but that'll be the next video, so make sure you check that one out here on Adventure Sean. All these balconies and stuff for offices, and I assume there's quite a lot of residential around here as well. Like New York, like in the films and stuff, you see like action movies that have been filmed like on all of these style buildings, you know, where you've got like the bad guys that are running all down there and the cops are on the floor like firing up at them. You know, that's why I wanted to come to New York, just to see all this style of building. And as much as the modern architecture is fantastic, some of this older stuff is just as nice to look at and photograph, in my opinion. Here's another piece of art just here. You can just make out the Empire State Building there in the background. So this is a bunk bed, an aluminium bunk bed. And some information about it down here. So obviously if you want to read that, there's pause right about now. So it's raising us up a little bit here. As we can see, we've got little areas that go off to the side, some more steps just there for access, loads of access steps. If you want to stop and have a coffee along the way, there's a Starbucks just down there. Well, that's quite a nice place, isn't it? Just looking out at the hustle and bustle of the city down below. Wonderful. This wonderfully placed seating area here offers some really nice views all the way down the street there, in between all the different blocks. You can see right the way down. Just shows, doesn't it, how straight everything is, all the streets all the way down. And all that traffic. As I mentioned in another video the other day, you wouldn't catch me driving through New York. No way. Surely it can't just be me that finds this one a little bit creepy. Hello there! I'm not too sure what to make of that. I think I'll carry on moving swiftly on, to be honest. Really nice bridge just here, going over the road. I would have loved to have seen this with all the trains going over. Got some more art down here on the left-hand side. You can imagine coming along here for a nice walk every day if you live around here. I'd definitely go to one end and back every day, get my step count in. I'm certainly getting my steps up this trip though. I've not used the subway that much. As much as I enjoy subway systems, I'm not a massive fan of the New York one, to be honest. It's probably my least favourite of the metro systems that I've done, actually. So yeah, I'm not a huge fan of the New York subway. It's quite easy to navigate, that's probably why. Some more art just there. Carry on walking down this way. More trees planted all down in between. Lovely. Who needs Hollywoodland when you can have Ironwoodland? Yeah, even lights up as well, that sign. Liking that piece of art. That's my favourite down here so far. Of course, inspired by the sign what now just reads Hollywood, but used to actually say Hollywoodland. On the hillside in Los Angeles, and had the pleasure of seeing that back in 2015. It was great, like really another iconic sign to go and see. You can't get like ridiculously close to it, but you can get, you know, reasonably close, and you get some really nice photos and views of it. But yeah, it's really quite therapeutic walking along here. I really like this. One of my favourite parts of the city, actually. A bit of construction work going on down here, it seems, so this bit's covered up at the moment, but yeah, I'm not too sure how far we've got left along here. It feels like I've been walking for quite a while, but I don't know, it's a mystery. We'll soon find out. Yeah, this cover here wouldn't normally be over here by the looks of it. Just temporary whilst they're doing the construction work, because obviously they don't want anything hitting your head. Definitely the best view so far, looking all the way down 10th Avenue. It's like I'm in the movies, isn't it? I wonder if anything's been filmed up here before, actually. Comment below if you know. Here you got another viewing area and loads of places to sit down there, just where you can sit and watch the world go by, I guess. We'll carry on down this way, where the path does continue. We're not coming to the end yet. The amount of people you see jogging down here, it's lovely. No cycles down here either, so you haven't got the risk of a cyclist coming and running you over. Another piece of art over there. Not too sure what it's supposed to represent. Don't know where the plaque is for that one. Probably here, is it? Oh, there we go. It's just another end of the train line there, where it would have gone off in that direction as well. That's worth a photo, actually. Obviously I couldn't see that from back there because the bridge was blocking it. I guess this area here looks like it was either a station or a maintenance bay for the old railway that used to run along here. I'm only guessing that, but just the fact that it does look a bit like an engine shed or something, doesn't it? And obviously it's at this interchange where the track would have gone off to the left down that bridge where I just showed you what goes into the building, and then here on the right hand side as well, where I've just walked down. It just looks like it would be something like that, or maybe it wasn't, maybe it just passed through this section. It just looked to me like it was a station or something. Got some really nice views close to the river here on the right hand side and looking out towards New Jersey as well. Let's carry on down here. Looks like we're meandering in between some more buildings. Oh, that's quite picturesque. Milk, does that say? Hey, oh, that one's for Alex. So here we go then. Here's some more information about the High Line, telling us all about the different freight trains up there on the right hand side and all the different people and companies that have supported the project. And of course it's quite a new project. It only started in 2009, but like I say, they've kept expanding it, and it looks like another area is going to be opening soon from what we saw earlier on in the video. Another indoor section here. There's a lot of potential with some of these spaces and buildings along here. It'd be nice maybe if they added some cafes and things, or maybe there is in the summer, what, temporary ones what they bring out, I'm not too sure, but carry on down this way. I really don't have a clue how long it goes on for, but like I say, I'm walking all the way down this end anyway, because then I'm going to walk along the river, or maybe hire a bike along the river and cycle down to Battery Park to go to the ferry, what's going to take me over to the Statue of Liberty. And I've actually got a rare ticket. I've got one of the special tickets to go into the Crown. Now there's not many of those that go on sale per day. There's only a few hundred, I believe, so I was quite lucky to get one of those. Especially if you come in the summer, definitely recommend booking that in advance. So if you want to see that video, it'll be coming up next here on Adventure Shore. Got some more neon down here as well. And here we are then, just as I was talking about it, looks like I've made my way to the end of the High Line. You can see it just stops at the building just there, and you've got lift access here to get down, and also the step access around there. High Line headquarters. Some sort of, oh, the Whitney Museum. And there's the lift. We won't get the lift, we'll go down the, oh, it looks like some nice lights down there. We'll get the steps down over this way, we'll walk down. So I'm down at the bottom of the steps now, and here's all the lights around here on these archways that we can see a little bit of from the top. Very pretty. Got some writing at the top there. Give your daughters difficult names. But yeah, so obviously this is the other end of it just here. That was really, really nice, that was. I very much enjoyed it. And of course, if you walk down this way, that'll take you down towards the river. But there you go, thank you very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this bit of a different video from someone a bit more unique. You know me, I like to try everything when I come to these places. And yeah, that was really good fun. I definitely recommend it. Without stops, yeah, probably 25 to 30 minutes to walk along it. Obviously you want to stop, you want to take photos, videos, of course maybe just sit down there, have a bit of a rest along the way. So yeah, it was one of them things. It was really good fun to go and do. Obviously it's a free attraction as well, and you get some really nice views. You don't really get to see a lot of the bigger buildings throughout the city, but yeah, like you don't go on there expecting that. It's to walk in between all these different buildings at the side of you and get that experience of going along where the High Line railway used to run. Thank you very much for watching. I'm going to make my way now. I'm going to hire a bike just here and go and make my way back down towards the Statue of Liberty, so Battery Park, and then you actually get over to the island on a boat. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that, something a bit different yet again, and that I've been looking forward to do on this trip. I'll see you in the next video, and that means it's time for me to say, get out there and have your own adventures. See you soon.